Good afternoon and welcome back to Field 1 as we play Game 2 of our triple header. And it is a game that, who knows what's going to happen. We've seen it once before and it was off the chain. The Siesta Key Phinz and the Sarasota Loggerheads. The Phinz trying to break out of the pack. Currently sitting at 7-6, sixth in the FGCL. The Loggerheads 4-9, trying to snap a losing streak of 4 games. And the first time these teams played, it was like a 3.5-hour just fiesta of runs. The Phinz won 24-20, no typo. 24-20 was the final. Now round 2 between the Loggerheads and the Phinz. Glad that you're with us here on Field 1. Gray Robertson up in the booth. And let's get into the starting lineup for the Phinz, coached this week by Kylie Gross, while Kyle is out cruiting. Leading things off is Lily Palco. Emma Mansfield, the shortstop, bats second. Katie Hershey, first base in the 3 spot. Batting fourth is McKenna Belair, the catcher. Batting fifth is Heather Robertson, the center fielder. Left fielder Morgan Foster is in the 6 hole. And batting seventh is Lily Solis, the third baseman. Brooke Bennett, the DP, is in the 8 spot. Batting ninth is Grace Diaz, the right fielder. And in the 10 hole, the extra hitter, Catherine Hanipsiak. They're facing in the circle a portaler coming from Syracuse, Sydney Jackson. Jackson on the summer with a 8.26 ERA, 20 1/3 innings, 2-2 record, 32 hits, 31 runs, 24 earned, 22 walks, and 22 strikeouts. Palco steps in, and the first pitch is lifted towards center field. An efficient start, 1 down. Defense for the Loggerheads looks like this. Davis is in left, Jen in center, Clark in right, Vandernoth at third, Grazia Mazzola is at short, Cutnelli at second, George at first, Pashota is behind the plate. And immediately, Emma Mansfield steps in. Jacksonville Dolphin, first pitch is foul. Mansfield 10 for 29, 345 average, 10 RBIs, a homer, 3 doubles, and 9 runs. We'll provide updates from the other field where they are underway, have been underway. Bottom of the first, Sea Cows and Impact are scoreless. That's a ball. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss. The throwdown will secure the strikeout. And a good start for Jackson. 2 gone for the portaler Katie Hershey, previously of Kentucky. 385 average, 10 of 26, 8 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, and 7 runs scored. Good pitch from Jackson, 0-1. Same spot, same result. And a great kickoff to this game for Jackson. Back-to-back strikeouts in the top of the first. Loggerheads offense looking to get it rolling. They were shut out yesterday. They'll try and turn their fortunes around here against the Phinz. Here's the starting lineup for Daniel Watson's Moore's Sarasota Loggerheads. 4-9, trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Morgan Clark, the right fielder, leads off. Sophia Jin, the center fielder, is in the 2 spot. Batting third is Grazia Mazzola, the shortstop. Caroline Stanton, extra hitter, in the 4 hole. Ava Vanderno, third base, bats 5th. Alex Cuttinelli, the second baseman, hits 6th. Batting 7th is Brooke Pashota, the catcher, with Ava Davis, the left fielder, batting 8th. Carly George, first base, bats 9th. Rebecca Lewis, DP, in the 10 hole, facing Jericho Tate, previously at Memphis, looking for a new home. A 1-1 count on Morgan Clark. Tate here this summer with a 4.42 ERA and a 1-0 record. 19 innings, 20 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned, 11 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Ooh, bamboozled Clark there, 1-2. Morgan Clark looking for a new home as well. Currently a student at Charlotte, trying to get back in the game of softball. 7 for 20, 350 average, 4 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, and 9 runs. Little out. 2-2. Again, the first time these teams played, the Phinz won it 24-20. Probably means we're going to get a opposite type game here. It's usually how these things go. (3-2) to Clark. A hitter. Would have been ball 4 anyway, but a base runner for the Loggerheads here in the first. Trying to shake off a shutout loss yesterday to the Queens. Defense for the Phinz. Foster in left, Robertson in center, Diaz in right. Solis at third, Mansfield at short, Palco at second, Hershey at first, Belair behind the plate. Here is the ever-impressive Sophia Jin out of Stanford. Hitting right at 500. And as dangerous a bunter in this league as you'll see. She's 13 of 26. 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, 10 runs scored, 7 walks, a .606 on-base percentage for Jen. Clark maybe could go as well. Seen her steal a few bases here this summer. Offered at that, 2-2. Loggerheads enter today with one of the top batting averages in the league, but again, trying to figure out had to get off a bit of a cold streak. They're second in the league in BA at 354, but 13th in ERA. The Phinz are third in batting average and 12th in ERA. If you want to know how we got a 24-20 game last time. Payoff to Jen. Ball 4. So a couple free passes have put 2 aboard with nobody out. Now Grazia Mazzola out of Washington. Strike 1 to her. Mazzola batting .241, 7 of 29. 5 RBIs, a homer, 3 doubles, 8 runs scored. Quickly 0-2. Tate trying to work around a couple free passes surrendered, and that'll work. Called strike 3, sits down Mazzola, 1 away. Now the Florida Gator, National Gatorade Player of the Year, Caroline Stanton. Batting .286, 8 of 28 with 8 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 9 runs. She had a home run in that 24-20 game. That was, I believe, if my memory's right, to give the Loggerheads a 19-16 lead. That was the day after I was sick, too. That was a wild afternoon. Stanton digs for it out towards left center. Carrying and gone. Something about playing the Phinz. 3-run homer for Stanton, and the Loggerheads strike quickly here in the first inning. She's hit change-ups, and she went down and absolutely dug that one out. Lower part of his zone, out to deep left center. Loggerheads will not be shut out today. 3 runs in the first. And here is Ava Vandernoth. Ball 1 to Ava. Out of Fordham, 8 of 23, 348 average, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. 2-0 count now. Both these teams on losing streaks. 4 games for the Loggerheads, 2 games for the Phinz. Beg your pardon, 3-game losing streak for the Phinz. Now a 4-pitch walk. So Ava Vandernoth is aboard for the RBI leader in the FGCL. St. Mary's hitter Alex Cutnelli. She's driven in 21 runs here this summer, 17 of 38, 447 average. There's 21 RBIs, 6 home runs to lead the league, 4 doubles, 11 runs scored. and a .488 on base percentage. One almost got her. 2-0. Now, I will caution Loggerhead fans to start celebrating now. Earlier today, I called a game where the Squeeze hit a grand slam in the first. They led 5-1 and then lost 12-9. So nothing is off the table. Plus, again, remember the score of the first meeting. Dug out towards left, and that is a foul ball by a couple feet. 2-2. Home plate ump Alex right on the money. And the hitter, Alex Cutnelli, has to step back in. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Tate, second of the inning. And in steps Brooke Pachota, newest member of FGCU. She takes the first pitch out towards center, and that is well struck off the fence. Pachota will... Oh my goodness, where'd that go? A run will come in. What in the world just happened? A single and an error makes it 4-0 Loggerheads. And we're going to see an early pitching change for the Phinz. We'll step aside for just a moment. 4-0 Loggerheads, bottom of the first. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Phinz is Gigi Lynch, currently in the portal, looking for a new home, previously of Illinois Chicago. Lynch this summer a 7.44 ERA, 1-2 record, 16 innings, 24 hits, 22 runs, 17 earned, 15 walks, 5 Ks. Brooke Pachota just had an RBI, or nope, not an RBI, a single, and then an error led to a run scoring. It's 4-0. Now here's Ava Davis at a Houston Christian. Pachota's on third after the error. And ooh boy, almost a wild pitch. Ball 1 to Davis, who's 5 of 19, 263 BA with 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Quite the start for the Loggerheads here today. Throw down to third. Love the idea from Bel Air. 1-1. Just outside. Toe in the river. 2-1. That's popped foul. Just got a text from Tom about a long first inning over on field 2. Let's check it out. Oh, bottom of the first still. It's 2-0 Sea Cows over the Impact. They started like 15 minutes before us. We're in the same position. Two from Lynch. Got her. So the strikeout ends the inning, and one of the runs will be unearned. We go to the fourth, or I beg your pardon, we go to the second, 4-0 Loggerheads over the Phinz here on field 1. Four nothing Loggerheads, and the Phinz will try and answer with 4-5-6 due up. Starting off with McKenna Belair out of Ole Miss. Started her career at Florida, went in the portal. Would think will be in the mix for the starting catcher job for the Rebels this year. He's had a pretty consistent summer, 8 of 24, 333 average. 4 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, 8 runs. 448 OBP for McKenna. The great personalities of the league. She takes ball 1. Three and one. Back to the circle, off of Jackson's glove, and Belair will reach on what I'm going to rule an E1. So the leadoff is on after the error, and in steps FGCU's Heather Robertson. 9 for 28, 321 average, 7 RBIs, 2 homers, a triple, 2 doubles, 10 runs, on base percentage of .457. In her half, ball 1. Like the spot. 2-2. Rise ball high, full count. And the strikeout. A third for Jackson. And there's the first out of the second, bringing up McNeese, Cowgirl Morgan Foster. 10 for 29, 345 average, 5 RBIs, a triple, 2 doubles, 387 OBP. Jackson is moving it today. 1-1. We will begin asking for tweets in the bottom of the second. So ready your fingers, viewers. 3-1. Foul off, full count. Ball 4. First free pass given up by Jackson. 2 on, 1 out. And now you've got another McNeese hitter, Lily Solis, who's been, again, really consistent. Just consistency is the word that comes to mind when I'm looking at the Phinz offense. Everyone who's been good has stayed good. Solis hitting 448, 13 of 29, 10 RBIs, a homer, triple, double, 9 runs. Grounded to second. There's one. The throw to first will end the inning. Great job by Cuttinelli. Taking it herself, making the throw, and sending us to the bottom of the second inning. 4-0 Loggerheads here on field 1. 9-10-1 for the Loggerheads. Here in the second, George, Lewis, and Clark. Wow, Lewis and Clark? Come on. Come on. Okay. Carly, George. This, if there was a third explorer, his name probably would have been George. But this is Carly. A 2-0 count on George out of Dodge City. 5 of 15, 333 average, 4 RBIs, a homer, and a run. Beg your pardon, 3 runs. Three and 0. Did not give you the final line for Jericho Tate. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Lynch came in, got the strikeout to get out of the inning. Now her first full inning of relief work. George pops this on the infield. Catch is secured by Mansfield. And 1 down for Rebecca Lewis. At a State College of Florida, Lewis 3 for 20 with 2 RBIs, 6 runs scored here this summer. Gigi Lynch gets her to pop it up to right. Catch is made for out number 2. Now back to the top of the order with Morgan Clark, who was hit by a pitch to start off the ball game, or I should say start off the inning for the Loggerheads in the bottom of the first. Clark, kind of a half swing out to the gap, and that will get all the way to the base of the wall. It's a long single, but a 2-out base hit for Morgan Clark. And the inning continues. Didn't even really get all of it. Kind of a half swing. It's a good relay in by Robertson. Clark didn't get down the line as fast as I thought she would either. But now options abound for Sophia Jin, who walked in the first. They're playing her decently deep. Let's see what she does. Takes ball 1. First bit of pressure of her own making on Lynch against this part of the order. Runner goes. It was foul. 1-1. Oh, stunner, but I think it hit her, and she was out of the box. So Jen is out. And we go to the third. Runner left on by the Loggerheads. Still 4-0 after 2. Eight, 9, 10 due up for the Phinz. Bennett, Diaz, and Hanipsiak here in the top of the third. All right, everybody. If you want to join the conversation, hit me up on Twitter at Gray, GRAY_Robertson, Miller family. We would love to hear from you as always. So we'll read your message. Just shoot me a tweet at Gray_Robertson. After ball 1 to Brooke Bennett. Going to South Carolina. 7 for 23 this summer. 304 average, 6 RBIs, 2 homers, 8 runs scored for Bennett. .448 on base percentage thanks to 6 walks and an early 2-0 count here against Sydney Jackson. Owen just missed away, 3-0. Ground ball over to third. Nicely done by Vandernoth for the first out. I'll be honest, I thought that this matchup would have a little bit more juice behind it, but not a ton of much on the field, honestly. No sound effects, nothing like that. And Jackson has kind of lulled the Phinz into a bit of a malaise offensively here. Swing and a miss for Grace Diaz in the portal from St. Francis. 6 for 25, 240 average with an RBI, a double and 4 runs. Two and one. Another 3-ball count for Jackson. That's the 6th so far. And there's ball 4. So Diaz takes her base. An A of the incoming freshman going to Colgate, Catherine Hanipsiak. She's batting .250. First pitch foul. 4 of 16 with 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored. On base percentage of .381. Hanipsiak trying to turn the lineup over. Palco waits on deck. Ground ball to third. There's one. Chance for 2 again, and it's just off a little bit. Man, good work by Vandernoth. Made the quick adjustment. Initially was going to go 1, switched it up. Now back to the top of the order with Palco, who flew out to center field earlier. Michigan Wolverine now batting, well, I'll have to do the math. She's 14 of 34 now with that fly out. 412. She's got 5 RBIs, 3 home runs, and 8 runs scored. Oh and 2. Two, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Jackson. Give her 4 through 3, and we go to the bottom half of the inning. Loggerheads in firm control here on field 1. Over on field 2, quick scoreboard update. Bottom of the second, it's 5-3 impact over the Sea Cows. Here it's 4-0 Loggerheads. And the Loggers, I don't like that. I'll think of another short nickname. Anyway, they bring up the heart of the order, 3-4-5. Grazia, Mazzola, Stanton, and Vandernoth against Gigi Lynch, who's come in and kind of calmed things down just a little bit. Grazia Mazzola struck out looking in the first inning. She bunts it. Perfect. No need to throw. That is stunning. Absolutely spectacular from Mazzola to reach. And now you've got Stanton, who had a 3-run homer back in the first inning. First time seeing Lynch today. Ball 1. Stanton, the Florida Gator. Be interesting to see how much hitting she does this year. Redshirted this past year after early enrolling to play for Florida. That's in the dirt. And Mazzola hightails it on the wild pitch, 2-0. Now that's straight back. Off to the side of the camera, 2-1. Two. Saw that one down, full count. Well, a moment of, I think, teetering momentum. The Phinz are down 4. They're not out of it by any means, but a big Loggerheads inning here could really go ahead and put this one away. Ooh, boy. Just missed inside. Stanton draws the walk, and she's aboard. 2 on, nobody out for Vandernoth. Ava walked and scored in the first inning. Think we're going to get a runner for Stanton, perhaps? Nope. Maybe. Yes. Sophie Mazzola will do the running. And now all set. First pitch curves in for strike 1. Wind is blowing a little out. Oh, beautiful. Bunted right at Lynch, and the throw, the tag got her. The throw was high. Sacrifice executed. Move both runners over, 1 down, and 2 in scoring position for the RBI leader in the FGCL, Alex Cutnelli. She did strike out her first time up, but she's driven in 21 runs here this summer. Way out in front of anybody else. And she will not add to that total. Line out to second. 2 down. Lynch will face Brooke Pashota. She singled in the first inning. Ball 1. That got away from Belair. Mazzola will race home, and it's another run for the Loggerheads. A wild pitch. Five nothing now with Pashota at the plate. And a 2-0 count for the newest Eagle of FGCU, going to play for our good friend, FGCL legend, Lindsay Fico. 3-0. Ball 4. So Pashota is aboard. Another walk in this game. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Let's see what Ava Davis can do. She struck out against Lynch. She was the first batter to see GG in this game. See if she's made the adjustment second time. Ground ball on the right side. Glove by Palco. Side retired. Just the 1 run comes in. Couple left stranded by the Loggerheads, but they've still got a sizable lead. 5-0 after 3 here on field 1. In the 4th inning, 5-0 Loggerheads. Here's the line for Sydney Jackson so far in the circle. 3 innings, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 52 pitches, 28 strikes. Facing 2-3-4 in the Phinz order, Mansfield, Hershey, and Belair. Strike 1 on Mansfield, who struck out in the first. Just been kind of a slog, really, for the Phinz offensively. Haven't been able to generate much momentum. Have had some base runners, but nothing extensive. it kind of similarly mirrors a game yesterday. They played the Swashbucklers and just really couldn't generate much offense until the very end. Lost that game 6-1. Mansfield loops that out to right, and there is the first hit of the ball game for the Phinz. Just went and got that drop ball. And finally a little energy over on that side as Hershey steps up. She struck out in the first. Thought she went. Ooh. I'm 0 for 2 on those last 2 days, but credit to Hershey on the hold. Definitely went there. 2-1. That was ball 4. It got away. But now 2 on, nobody out for the Phinz. And you've got Bel Air, who reached on an error in the second. Chances here to get at least some of this back, trailing 5-0. One. Bel Air, hot shot to third. It got away, and a run will come in. Play at the plate is not in time. Everybody else moves up, and Bel Air gets the Phinz on the board here in the fourth. RBI single for Bel Air puts 2 in scoring position for Heather Robertson. Ball 1. Robertson struck out in the second. Now time call. Danielle Watson-Moore will come and chat with Jackson, who was really not necessarily cruising, but she just wasn't getting hit first time through the order. The second time, though, has been a different story. Couple hits in the inning, a walk as well. Checking Twitter. No tweets yet. Not even from the Millers. That's all right. Good response by Jackson. Phinz trying to claw a little bit closer. 2-1. Three and one. Payoff now. Oh my gracious, that is a monster. Look out, car driving away. Wow. Whoever that is has no idea that they almost got belted by that foul ball. I mean, that was 2 feet, maybe. We'll do it again, 3 and 2. Base is loaded. And what a moment for Morgan Foster, who walked into second. She can tie this thing up with one swing. Does not have a home run, but she's got 3 extra base hits so far this summer. Looks like McKenna Smith is warm. She just came back from the bullpen for the Loggerheads if need be. That need might be soon, depending on what Foster does here. Nobody out in the inning. Throw down to second. Oh boy. Belair was very much off the bag. 1 and 2. Got in safely. That hit right off home plate, and a run will score. Had a great view of it, just spiked right on the edge of home plate. And it's 5-2. Everybody else moves up as Hershey scores. Now a 2-2 count for Foster. Another walk. Third of the inning. They're loaded again. Got to thank Danielle Watson Morris considering the switch to Smith. But no movement yet as Lily Solis steps in. She hit into a double play in the second. Checked foul. On the ground, 2 second. The throw to first will get out number 1. A run will score on the RBI ground out. And it's a 2-run ball game. Second and third for Brooke Bennett, who grounded out back in the third inning. Strike one to her. That RBI for Solis now puts her at 11, tied for the team lead with Charlton and Miller, who I believe we will see later on in this game. Bennett sends this out to deep center field. Well hit and gone! Just like that. 6 runs in the inning, and the Phinz are out in front here in the fourth. Brooke Bennett on a pitch that wasn't all that bad. It was pretty low. Dug it out to deep straightaway center. That's her 3rd home run of a summer. She's now got 9 RBIs. And it's 6-5 Phinz. This game is totally turned here in this inning. Strike one to Grace Diaz, who walked earlier. This is chopped to short. Play made for out number 2. Now Hanipsiak with the bases clear. She grounded into a fielder's choice in the third. Hanipsiak gets into it, out to center and right to the waiting Sophia Jen. Inning over, but it was a monster inning for the Phinz. 6 come in, and it's 6-5. Loggerheads will try and respond as we go to the bottom of the fourth here on field 1. Another inning of relief for Gigi Lynch facing 9-10-1, just like she did in the second. George, Lewis, and Clark. I'm sorry, it's not going to not be funny to me. George popped out to short in the second, as the tower shakes just a little bit. First pitch ball. Let's check in on the other field. Top of the fourth over there. Impact up 5-3. That one fouled, and that got Bel Air. 1-1. Good pitch by Lynch, 2-2. Momentum still feels kind of flat in this game. It's been a slow game. Pace has not been great. Hour 17. We started late anyway because the game before us went 2.5 hours. Actually, 2 hours and 31 minutes on the dot. Oh, oy. Skip pitch, full count. George is right up on the plate. Maybe took a half step off. Payoff. Change is hit into the fence. We'll do it again. Fortunately, not arena softball, even though the catch was made by Bel Air. $11 total runs in this game on 7 hits. Walks have been a dilemma for both sides. Free passes, really, overall, because there was a hit by pitch that scored earlier, too. And a called strike 3. Second K for Lynch, and here's Lewis. She flew out to right in the second. Well struck ball. Three now. And a 4-pitch walk to Lewis. So Lewis is on. Let's see if Clark can explore a way to get her in. Morgan Clark has reached twice. Hit by pitch and a run in the first, single in the second. A long single that just hit off the base of the fence. Oh, it almost got her in the foot. 1-0. Inside. 2-0. Green light. Fouled off. 3-1. And another walk. Not quite sure where this came from, but back-to-back walks on 9 pitches. And time is called by the Phinz. Loggerheads have 2 on 1 out for the heart of the order. Sophia Jen is up next. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. See how Jen plays this. Again, she's probably the best bunter in the league. She can also hit for power. We've seen her hit pull side. And right field is playing very shallow for the Phinz. Diaz is very close. That one moves back into the zone for strike 1. Again, these teams played before. It was 24-20, the final score. The Phinz won. Don't think we're going to get there, but runs have come in bunches today. Jan back up the middle. A hold at third for Lewis. Smart move. Base is loaded. 1 out. First hit of the day for Jen. And here is Mazzola. 1 for 2. Strikeout looking in the first. A single and a run in the third. And Stanton's on deck. So alarm bells for Gigi Lynch. She's got to really bear down. Make sure Mazzola does not drive in something here. First pitch high. Throw down to third. Pretty close, but safe. Whew. Good move by Belair. And if I'm Lewis, I mean, there's really no reason to even be off third. 2-0. Ground ball, backhanded. The throw to, oh no, the throw home got away. And this game is tied on an error. And the bases are still loaded. For Stanton, who takes a hack at the first pitch, 0-1. Stanton today is 1 for 1. 3-run homer in the first, walked in the third. All tied up at 6. Caroline Stanton, the Florida Gator, trying to get the Loggerheads back in front. And the wind is helping. It has not helped a lot this summer, but it is blowing pretty straight out. I mean, the papers are flying up here in the press tower. 1-2. Stanton pops this up on the infield. Lynch makes the grab for out number 2. Now can Ava Vandernoth bring in the go-ahead run? A walk and a sacrifice today, so no official at bat. She has scored a run. This would be quite something if Lynch got out of this only giving up the 1 run. And as of now, that run would be unearned. Or rather, it would be earned if the out is recorded here. No, well, I'll have to confer. Actually, I think either way it'd be unearned. In fact, I think all the runs in this inning, if any more score, would be unearned. So I cross-checked the book. Yeah, that'd be the case. Two and one on Vandernoth. Three and one. Well, if you're Jackson, or I beg your pardon, if you're Lynch, you definitely don't want to walk in the go-ahead run. So, got to find a way to get a strike here. Whatever your best pitch is. If you're Vandernoth, you're on the prowl. The 3-1. Ball 4. Loggerheads are in front. 7-6 on the RBI walk. Clark scores. And another meeting for the Phinz defensively. Something has occurred on the other field. Now it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here on field 1. We'll provide all the updates in just a moment. 7-6 Loggerheads, bottom 4. New pitcher has entered the chat here in the 4th inning. It's Kennesaw State's Taylor Daniel. 7.43 ERA, 37 and 2/3 innings. Believe that still leads the league. 64 hits, 52 runs, 40 earned, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts. She's got a 4-3 record. Comes in for Gigi Lynch, who went 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and responsible for the loading of the bases here in the 4th. Update on the other field, a 3-run homer for the Sea Cows have given them a 6-5 lead in the bottom of the 4th. So I'll tell you what, sorry to the 2:30 games. We are not starting at 2:30. Just, it's not happening. Loggerheads trying to put a little more distance between themselves and the Phinz. At 7-6, bases are loaded, and here is the RBI leader in the FGCL, Alex Cutnelly. First pitch foul. She's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a line out. Cutnelly to center. See ya. The RBI leader adds 4 more. A grand slam makes it 11-6 Loggerheads. "25 RBIs this summer for Cutnelly, and it's a 6-run inning in response after the Phinz scored 6 in the top half. And remember, all these runs are unearned. Goodness gracious. Cutnelly. So 25 RBIs now, 7 home runs. Making a Offensive Player of the Year case, even on a team that right now is in 13th in the league. She's been that good. First pitch ball to Brooke Pashota. Single and a walk for her today. Pashota, well hit to center field. Not quite, but it will get over the head of Robertson. And now Pashota's trying for 2, and I don't know why. She's out, and that's how the inning ends. I thought it was going to be caught, and then Pashota thought it might be a double, and that was never in the cards. Palco makes the tag. Side retired, but 6 runs come in for the Loggerheads. And we go to the 5th. It's 11-6. Phinz will try and come back and respond when we return. New pitcher for the Loggerheads, and many other changes to tell you about as Palco takes strike one. That new pitcher is Michaela Smith, the Oklahoma State Cowgirl, with a 4.96 ERA, 1-2 record, 18 and a third innings, 14 hits, 13 runs, all earned, 15 walks, 15 strikeouts. Ooh, look out. Smith already having a PFP it. And Palco grounds out, 1 down. Jackson went 4 innings, 3 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 4 Ks. Here's Emma Mansfield. Mansfield, so I get the book all set, is 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a run, and a single. 2-0 count. So I think we're all set. The changes that the Phinz have made we'll talk about in the next inning. Nothing else has shifted for the Loggerheads defensively, as far as I'm aware. Mansfield off the end of the bat towards short. Quickly, 2 away. Now you got Hershey, who's 0 for 1. Strikeout and a walk. She later scored in the 4th inning. 6 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 2 left for the Phinz. Loggerheads, 11 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 4 left aboard. Called strike, 0-1. In the top of the 4th, you looked around when Brooke Bennett hit the 3-run homer and said, oh, the Phinz are doing the thing again. But then the Loggerheads responded with 6 after the Phinz scored 6. That's checked foul. Heading towards the T tent, 0-2. Smith shook off. Now time is called. Let's check Twitter. Haven't looked in a while. See if the Millers are in the house. No, not yet. That's all right. Others are allowed to tweet too. At Gray, GRAY_Robertson. That one soars a little high, 1-2. Smith made her debut for Oklahoma State in Super Regionals this past year against Nebraska. I think is going to be important. This is an Oklahoma State team that, with Ruby Malin graduating, is going to need to fill the pitching void in 2027. Cowgirls have been very aggressive offensively in the portal. Two to Hershey. That is lifted to left, and it'll fall. Kind of off the end of the bat, but a base hit to left center. And a chance for the Phinz with the newest Drexel Dragons, Simone Edge, stepping in. Edge 3 for 28, a 107 average with 3 RBIs, a double and 3 runs. Fooled by the changeup there, 0-1. Time called again. 0-2. Edge grounds it to deep second. The throw is in time. Well done by Cutnelli to get over there and make the play. And it's a 0 on the board for Michaela Smith. To the bottom of the 5th, Loggerheads just need 3 runs, and they've been scoring in bunches, so we'll see. They're going to try and put themselves in a run rule position when we come back. Ava Davis leads off the bottom of the 5th. It's Davis, George, and Lewis. We'll see if Clark gets a crack. Ava Davis is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Little low from Taylor Daniel, Kennesaw State Owl, 3rd pitcher of the ball game. Final line, by the way, for Lynch. Had to correct a few things earned run-wise. 3 innings, 3 hits, 6 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, and 2 Ks. As the wind blows away the Phinz lineup. So we'll need Kylie to tell me all the things. 2-1. Bounder through the 3-4 hole. Leadoff single for Ava Davis. That pitch just sat up and she pounded it right into the ground. Good effort by Palco to try and get there. Sixth hit this summer for Davis. Here's Carly George. Runner goes, and she is absolutely hosed. Brooke Bennett, who's behind the plate now, throws her out. And that was a little too easy. 1-0 count on George, who's 0 for 2 with pop out and a strikeout. Here are the changes defensively for the Phinz. You've now, as I pull it up, got Hershey at 3rd. Avery Miller is in at 1st. Bennett behind the plate. Charlton is at short. A 3-0 count on Carly George. It's a great throw by Bennett as well. Checked foul, full count. And there is ball 4. So George is on. And we turn it to Lewis, who's 0 for 1, fly out in a walk. She also scored. Walks have been, unfortunately, a massive story in this game. You've now got, oh gosh, quick math, 13 total walks. Throw down to first, won't get George. Bennett, though, always on high alert. One, two on Rebecca Lewis. Foul. Loggerheads trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. The Phinz trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Loggerheads trying to get into that pardon the punish, log jam. Entering the day, he had 6 teams at 5 and 8. It's been a little bit of movement in that group. Lewis out to left. Lewis is aboard, and Clark represents the winning run at the plate. After getting shut out on Tuesday, the Loggerheads have put up 11 and looking for a run rule win over the Phinz, who've continued to sink down in the standings. Clark has had a great day today, too. Walk you through it. She was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. She singled in the second, and she walked and scored in the fourth. A ball. Did she go? They're not going to ask. Daniel trying to bear down. Clark ground ball to second. The flip for 1. The throw to first is not in time. So just a fielder's choice. Almost a double play. And they're on the corners with 2 outs for Sophia Jen. 1 for 2. Walk, ground out, and a single. She's scored 2 runs. Called strike. Daniel can get out of this, get her offense a chance in the 6th. You never know. This Phinz offense is very explosive. Runner goes. The throw is not in time. It was a good throw by Bennett. And 1-2 count on Jin. A slow roller to short, and she's out. What a play by Charlton to get out of the inning and send us to a 6th. Although we have a challenge, and we will take a look. After review, she is out, and we go to the 6th. 11-6 Loggerheads over the Phinz. Robertson, Foster, and Miller due up here in the 6th. Loggerheads up 5. Phinz have stayed in this game. Now they've got a bunch of big-time hitters waiting. Robertson is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run. Then you've got Foster. Then Avery Miller will get her first at-bat. Then Bennett. Charlton isn't far off either. She's entering the day, had the team lead in RBIs, so a chance to claw back against Michaela Smith. Our 2:30 game will not start at 2:30. Just letting you know. If you're here early, Queens and Slice coming up on this field. Everything's been pushed back a little bit because the games have been long. We have not been efficient. Game 2 on field 2, I mean, they started 15 minutes before us, and they're still in the 5th inning. Robertson, green light, foul ball, 3-1. Ball 4. Leadoff walk, which notoriously has never come back to hurt a pitcher. Now you've got Foster. She's walked twice. Called strike. Oh, dirty changeup. 0-2. Haven't seen that much from Smith. I like it. Robertson at first. She runs very well. Phinz dugout starting to get into it. The 1-2. Oh, wow. Got the changeup again and stays alive. There we go. Finally, a little something in this game. One, two. 2-2. Caught it first, double play. George does it all herself. And just like that, the energy has evaporated on the Phinz side. 2 down for Avery Miller. Having a great summer out of Longwood. Miller 11 for 26, 423 average, 11 RBIs, 3 homers, a double, 5 runs scored. Smith buzzed the tower, 2-0. Three and 0. Miller does not walk often, just one this summer so far. But Bennett's on deck. Avery Miller. Second walk of the inning by Smith, and here comes the home run hitter Bennett. Went and got one and sent it out to center field. Part of a 1-for-2 day. The home run drove in 3. That's a good job by Miller not forcing the issue, because you know it's better than a solo home run, a 2-run home run. Analysis. That's why you're here. Can Smith find a way? First pitch to Bennett. Oh, wow. She's done it again. 2-run homer, better than a solo shot. Brooke Bennett, after the Miller walk, makes it a 3-run ball game. Boy, that double play looms even larger now. Let's do the total for Bennett. She's now up to 11 RBIs on the summer and 4 home runs. Trying to track down Cutnelli, who's got the lead with 7. It is a 3-run game. Up comes Grace Diaz. walking a ground out for her today. It has been just a RBI palooza for certain players. Mia Richards had 5 RBIs earlier today. You've got 4 for Cutnelli in this game, 5 for Bennett. Two and one. Over on the other field, looks like they're going to the 6th there. 10-6, Sea-Cows lead the Impact. I don't know what everybody ate for breakfast today. These games have been kind of disgusting. High scoring. Pitching's been struggling today, especially to keep the ball in the yard. Diaz up the middle, slow roller, handled it short by Mazzola. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Loggerheads give up a 2 spot, but they've still got a 3-run lead, and they'll search for insurance when we come back. Three, 4, 5 due up for the Loggerheads. They're up by 3, looking for a little extra cushion. Phinz offense has been explosive. So the Loggerheads would like to build that lead a little bit more. Maybe get those 2 runs back. Mazzola, Stanton, Vandernoth. Foul ball. Probably good. Mazzola is 1 for 3, a strikeout, a single, and a fielder's choice. Has scored 2 runs as well. I have no idea where the confusion was. Our home plate umpire immediately called it foul. Like, straight up. Oh, 1. In the dirt, 1-1. That's low, 2-1. Three balls and one strike on Grazia Mazzola. Trying to reach yet again here in this game. Hot shot off the glove of Charlton, and that ricochets out to center field. That'll be an E6. And a leadoff base runner for the Loggerheads here in the sixth for Stanton, who's 1 for 2. 3-run homer in the first, walk in the third, pop out in the fourth. It's the third error today by the Phinz. Uh-oh, Mazzola is in a rundown. And they've got her. Oop, well, ball popped out of her glove, and then they got her. Oh, boy. It's 1 out, 1-1 count on Stanton. By the way, Bennett has played very well behind the plate. Setting up outside for Stanton. Changeup swung on and missed, 1-2. Mm. 2-2. Now the payoff from Taylor Daniel. It's grounded to third. Hershey's got it, 2 away. Which brings up Vandernoth. Over on the other field, top of the sixth. It's 10-8 Sea Cows over the impact. What in the world is happening here today? No official at bat for Ava Vandernoth. She walked and scored in the first, sac bunt in the third, RBI walk in the fourth. Good pitch from Daniel, 1-1. Two and two. outside in the river, full count. Checked, and oh wow, it got under Hershey's glove to Charlton, who made the throw. So a 1-2-3 inning for Daniel, a little unconventionally, but she gives the Phinz an opportunity, down 3 as we go to the 7th here on field 1. All right, the time is now for the Phinz. They trail by 3, and they've got a real opportunity with Taya Charlton leading off. It's 10-1-2, Charlton, Palco, and Mansfield. Can they find a way to get the tying run to the plate? They've got the newest Missouri Tiger starting it off. Portaled over from Georgia. First pitch from Smith. Spiked in the dirt, 1-0. Charlton's hitting .333, 9 of 27, 11 RBIs, 1 home run, 3 doubles, and 10 runs scored. On base percentage at .419 for Taya. Another one in the dirt, 2-0. The wind is really gusting out now. I mean, it is my scorebook. I gotta tape it or something. So it's a helping wind. Three and 0. Been a bit of a mixed bag for Michaela Smith in her now 2+ innings of relief. Oh, green light. I think that would have been ball 4. Foul, full count. Ball 4. That was, I mean, Charlton coasted with that one as it fell low and away. And the tying runs on deck. Back to the top of the order with Palco, who's probably pretty due. 0 for 3. Fly out, strikeout, ground out today. Palco out of Michigan. 1-1. That is well foul out in front. A couple clouds have gathered. Nothing too particularly dicey. Let me tell you, folks, that is the last thing we need today with how long these games have run. Oh, beautiful from Smith. She sits down Palco for the first out. Smith has used the changeup to get strikeouts a couple times throughout the summer, but that's her first today. And now Emma Mansfield, who's 1 for 3, strikeout, single and a run, and a pop out. Tying run still waits on deck for the Phinz. That is just through the middle, past the diving Mazzola. And here comes the tying run. Mansfield's second hit today. And it's up to Katie Hershey. Well, not up to her. We've only got one out, but I think in an ideal scenario, you get Robertson and Foster up. They've both been on twice today. Hershey takes strike one. Hershey has also been on twice today. Strikeout in the first, walk and a run in the fourth, single in the fifth. Smith bearing down. Charlton is way off second, but back in plenty of time. 1-1. Three and one. Hershey off the end of the bat towards center field. Catch is made. And the Phinz are down to their final out as Jin was there. And can Simone Edge extend this thing? 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Waited and fouled it off, 0-1. Called strike, 0-2. If I'm Smith, I'm working that changeup right now. No questions asked. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Michaela Smith gets the strikeout to end this wild game. The Loggerheads snap a 4-game losing streak and win it 11-8 over the Phinz. The Phinz now have lost 4 in a row. And that wraps up the second game of our triple-header here at Field 1. Phinz moved to 7-7 on the summer again. They've lost 4 in a row. The Loggerheads get off the schneid, and they're now 5-9. Winning pitcher is Sidney Jackson. The losing pitcher is Gigi Lynch. So the Phinz win it 11-8. And that'll wrap up this game. Lance will be over here for Game 3 coming up in just a little bit. We hope in about 20 minutes. For everyone from the FGCL, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long. The Phinz fall to the Loggerheads. Loggerheads take it 11-8 here on Field 1.